like an obedient sub. I'm setting up the stage. And would you please welcome out of Clapham, a massive round of applause, please, for director Harry, hold on, I'm saying this correctly, Harry Lighton. Lighton, up you come, and Paul Tallis. Thank you. I don't know, I had a moment of panic there. Grab your microphone. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Harry, Paul. I'm sure there's going to be lots of questions to discuss, but before we get into anything, I think we have to ask, is there anyone in from Bromley? No. Oh God, there is. How nice of you to admit to that. Well, let's start at the very beginning, shall we, Harry? I mean, can we get the volume down on the music? Because I know there's very long credits. Anyway, let's start at the very beginning. So, Pillion is a screenplay. Please make yourself comfortable.
Four questions, but like it became like a group discussion. But you know, Paul could probably speak better to like how you were brought into the process.
Yeah, Paul, please.
Yeah. I found out about the film through the media announcements, and so as soon as that came out, I was like emailing Elements to say like, how do I get involved? It was like, I'm kinky, I'm gay, I'm biker. It's like I meet all the requirements. I don't know what happened to that email. It was probably somewhere in the ether. And then I received an email from Kevin, he was also in the film, who's the GBMCC chair. He gave me the contact number for Harry. So I then messaged Harry and I met him and stuff. I am also a GBMCC member as well. But this was like sort of me trying to get something independently of that. Met Harry and told him about how I've been a biker for 10 years and I've been taking Pillion the moment. So as soon as I passed my test, I was like, right, who's coming on the back of the bike? And I've always been taking people on the back of the bike. And then he was like, do you want to take one of the cast members on the back of the bike with you for a ride to Cambridge? And I said, yeah, sure. And then 2 days before I did that ride, I got told it was Harry Melling, and then I was panicking for 2 days. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill Harry Melling. I was like, I had to speak to people. I was like, what happens if I kill him? And the bike and I crashed, and he was like, I'm going to be front page Daily Mail. And then also, like, I got asked to send a 2-minute video, and I found that really difficult. It took me 5 hours to make, to make 2 minutes. And then I got accepted, and then Harry and Sophie, who's the second assistant director, they agreed that they would change one of the Pillion roles specifically to be a puppy in the film. You see that in the film? And that sort of helps bring it up to modern kink as well. It's nice to see puppy community represented in the film as well.
I mean, it's interesting to hear though, Paul. Like, it seems like you went to it saying, I want to be involved, and I'm just wondering,
I sort of inserted myself into this film.
But I suppose the question I'm going to come in is that level of trust, and you're exposing the light on this kind of scene, and so what was it about Harry and the approach with their production that made you think that you trusted them to tell this, to not objectify this community or kind of shame it, but celebrate it in some ways?
I think after meeting Harry in person, I think I trusted him to do the right thing, and because I've had anxiety for over a year on how I would be portrayed. Because I work with the LGBT community, and I opened myself up to a lot of hate here. And it's like all of the cast and all of the crew, and it's like even throughout the filming days, they were incredibly supportive. And I think everyone who was filming, and just even in the background crew as well, it was like they knew what they wanted to do. They created, just being really, really supportive.
I mean, there's this amazing kind of juxtaposition, isn't it, when you're all at Ray's house, like, and you're just kind of, laying down the mat while someone's sorting out the dinner in the kitchen. It kind of looks like this suburban almost activity, really, doesn't it? Like, it's just kind of like do you know what I mean? But then the juxtaposition with Colin's parents, you know what I mean? It's almost like it could be anyone happening next door. So there's a kind of tenderness to it, I think, a little bit as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it also felt like throughout the days that we were filming, it felt normal. It was like, this is what we do for normal life. And like, get to even kink as well. I think we got told off for being too comfortable. Yeah, by Robbie, who's the intimacy coordinator. I was like, right, no, you need to cover up. But we were happy.
Yes, here, yeah.
This is a question for you, Paul.
Okay.
But is there a moment when you either first watched the film or upon rewatching it that you're most proud of, in terms of conveying either the culture you come from or something that felt most truthful when you watched it back?
Did everyone hear that? So, what you found most truthful, or is it something that was it
Either most truthful or what you're most proud of.
most truthful? What you're most proud of from seeing representation on screen?
Well, when I first watched it in Cannes, it was like
Just drop that in.
Yeah. It's very rare for like a supporting actor to go to Cannes. I did walk out of it going, what have I just watched? It was like, this is not what we filmed. And I think I was having Mandela effect, because then when I went and watched it with a cast and crew screening several months later, and I was like, oh, I missed loads of this film. And I felt it felt very truthful to what my own life. It was like a lot of, even when I spoke to Harry and I read the book, and I was like, a lot of things in this book had also happened to me as well recently. And it was like, and there were certain things that actually, it was like, even in the book, it's quoted that the Starlight Express film, and on the day I found out I would be in the film, I was at Starlight Express. Yes, and then I watched the film and I was like, wow, it's awesome. What else was about the question?
Was there a moment which made you...
So is there a moment that you kind of just, was like a bit of an epiphany, they thought, you kind of saw, or there's something about it that you felt
like I've nailed it?
I mean, you shared with me in the bar what one of the moments was.
Remind me? Oh yeah. Oh, my favorite part of the film actually is the barking scene at the bike. Because when we did the first take, it was like that. I was like speaking to Toby. I was like, should I bark at the camera? I'd already barked several times during the filming, but that didn't make it. Cutting on the floor. But this was literally my moment, and it was like even getting feedback from the rest of the crew and stuff. And it was they said I was really responsive to like where the bike was going around the camp, and it was like in that moment it was like, that's me, I'm the dog, I'm following it, and then I barked as the biker passed me. I barked at him, and we didn't tell him it was going to happen. So he almost fell off the bike. And then we did it a couple more times as well, obviously expected, but I was glad to see that I'm glad to see it was in the film. I made it a couple of times I've been in the screening where people have been laughing at that particular scene as well. And it's just like, yeah, I'm really proud of that moment.
On that basis, I want to thank you all very much for coming out this evening. I want to give a particular round of applause to Harry. This is the first of the promo run, I believe, from Harry and Paul joining us.
Thank you all so much for coming.
We can't thank you enough for coming to join us here tonight out at Clapham, and wish you all the best of luck with the rest of the film and the promotion. And do come back and see us again, please.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Harry and Paul, please, everyone.